Good morning students, welcome to your maths class. So this is our second class. So in the last class what we have done? We have done the concept of ordered pair. There we have learned how to write the Cartesian product of any two sets. Then if the Cartesian products are given, how to write the elements of the two sets. Okay? So here in this class we will start a new topic. So the topic is relations. Now, if I say relations, what you will think? This relation is some special kind of Cartesian product with some special properties. Okay, so it is very easy topic. It is a very easy topic. It is related to the Cartesian product of sets. Okay, so if I say relations, the relations are the subset of A cross B. That is, these are the subsets of the Cartesian product of the two sets A and B. If I say, see, a relation can be the Cartesian product of the same set. Here I have written any subset of A cross A is called a relation on A. Why? Because here see, for the second example, the sets are both the sets are same sets. That's why I have written a relation is a subset of A cross B. A cross A is called a relation on A because there are only one set. But for the first example, any subset of A cross B, that is any subset of the Cartesian product A and B, is called a relation between A and B. Here there are two sets. That's why a relation between A and B. So this small concept you have to be careful. Okay. So next, if I give you an example that let A be a set and the elements of set A are 2, 4, 6 and 8. Now I have to define the relation R on A because here I have given only one set, so my relation will be of the second type, that is A cross A. So that's why I have written. First of all, see, before starting or before going to solve the example, you have to understand what is given in the example, what is given in the question. Then only you have to start in the right direction. Okay, so here I have given that let A, the elements of set A are 2, 4 and 6, and define the relation capital R on the set A by, see, this is the element of the relation. This is same as the ordered pair. How we have represent an ordered pair, this is same, by x, y, where x and y are the elements of the set A. Is it clear? Belongs to capital R, that means that ordered pair belongs to that particular relation R when, if and only if x divides y, that is the first element divides the second element, then only that particular ordered pair you can include in that relation R. So let's see. So in the first step, I have to write the ordered pair of A cross A. Okay. Now, this step we have already discussed in our first class. That is how to represent the Cartesian product of any two sets. Here, the two sets will be A and A. So, the ordered pair will be 2, 2, because see, if I take the element A, the set A, and the next set is will be also A, then I will get 2, 2, then 2, 4, 2, 6, 2, 8. Next 4, 2, 4, 6, 4 2, 4 4, 4 6, 4 8. So let's go to the element 6. So I'll write 6 2, 6 8, 6 6, 6 8. Next I'll start with 8. So I'll write 8 2, 8 4, 8 6 and 8 8. So these are the ordered pair of the Cartesian product A cross A. But I have a particular condition. I can include the ordered pair, those particular ordered pair where the first element divides the second element. Okay, so let's see the second step. If I include the ordered pair 2 2, if the 2 2 will satisfy our condition x divides y, that is 2 divides 2. Is it true? Yes. Next 2 4, because the first element 2 divides the second element y. Okay. Similarly 2 6 and 2 8. So the ordered pair starting with 2 I can include, because see the second elements 2, 4, 6 and 8. So all these numbers, that means the second numbers are divisible by the first number, that is 2. So I can include this 2 2, 2 4, 2 6, 2 8. Okay, so these are our first set. Now next, the elements starting with 4. Now if I have to include this 4 2, that means the first element 4 must divide the second element 2. But here in this case, is it 4 divides 2? No, because if I have to divide the first element by second element, then see 4 2. So 4 2 is not divisible by 4. So I cannot include the first element 4 2. So let's go to the second element starting with 4. So 4 4. Yes, the second element 4 is divisible by the first element 4. Then next 4 6, is it divisible by 4? Is 6 is divisible by 4? Can I divide 6 by 4? No. So I cannot include this 4 6. Okay. So next element is 4 8. Now 8 is divisible by 4. So I can include this. Similarly 6 6. The 6 is divisible by 6. Now see, the next element 6 8. Is 8 divisible by 6? No. So I cannot include this element 6 8. So our last element will be 8 8, because 8 is divisible by 8. Now my question is, why I have not included 8 4, 8 6? Why I have not included 8 4 and 8 6? Because my condition is the second element must be divisible by the first element. Okay, so if I include 8 4, then 4 must be divisible by 8. Is it possible? No. So that's why I have not included 8 4 8 6. But for the last element 8 8, 8 is divisible by 8, so I can include the last element 8 8. So my relation will be 2 2, 2 4, 2 6, 2 8, 4 4. Then 4 8, 6 6, and the last one will be 8 8. Okay. So this is the way how you have to write the relation. That means it is same as the ordered pair or Cartesian product, but with one extra condition. That condition have to be satisfied by all the elements of the relation R. So next, let's go to our next slide. So here our Question is, let there is a set A and the elements of that set A are 1, 2 and 3. And you have to define the relation R on the set A such that x plus y is equals to 7. That is, the sum of the first and the second element of the ordered pair must be equals to 7. So let's start our first step, that is to write the ordered pair of A cross A. So here A cross A, that is 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 3 1, 3 2, 3 3. Now, what is that particular condition? Our condition is, for this time, our condition is x plus y is equals to 7. That is, the sum of the first element and the second element must be 7. Now let's verify. If I take the first element of the ordered pair, it is 1 1. And what is the sum of 1 and 1? It is 2. Similarly, for the second one, 1 plus 2, it is 3. 1 plus 3, 4. 2 plus 1, 3. 2 plus 2, 4. 2 plus 3, 5. 3 plus 1, 4. 3 plus 2, 5. And for the last one, the sum will be 3 plus 3 is equals to 7. That is, see, here I have written 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. So, we have verified that since the sum of the two elements of A is at most 6. So, 6, the highest will be 6. When we will add 3 and 3, we will get 3. But here we are not getting the sum as 7. Is it clear? So, we see that x r y for no two elements of A. That is, we are not getting any element for that particular relation R where the sum of the elements of the ordered pair will be 7. So, the relation R, for that relation R, for this particular example, we are not getting any element. Okay, is it clear? So here R is equals to 5, or you can say R is equals to an empty set. Why it is an empty set? Because we are not getting any element for that particular relation. So that's why it is an empty set. We have already done that what is an empty set, what is a singleton set. Okay, so this concept will be here, the definition of sets, different types of set. So R is an empty set as we are not getting any element for that relation R. So there is one more example. Let A be a set containing the elements A, B, C, D and E, and consider the relation. Here there is a particular relation R where the elements or the ordered pairs are AA, AC, CA, BD and DC. Now, if I write the elements of A, set A as A, B, C, D, E. Here also I have written the elements of set A as A, B, C, D, E. Here why the both side I have written the elements of set A? Why? Can you tell me? Because this relation R is on set A. That is, the relation R is the relation on a Cartesian product of A cross A. That's why in the both side I have written the elements of A. Next, the relation R. The first element is A. So from the first set A, I have a relation to the second set A and the element E. So I can draw this line from A to A. What about the next element? AC. So AC, Similarly, the third is CA. So from the first set element C, I have a relation to the second set element A. So this. Next, DB. So from the first set D, I can draw a line to the second set B. And the last one is DC. So from the first set D, I can draw a line to the second set C. So this is the graphical representation of the relation of that particular relation R. So we observe that E does not appear at all in the elements of R, and that, for example, B is not the first component of any pair in R. Now see, if you notice this graph or this figure, you can see that B is not related to any element for the second set. The B in the first set is not related to any one of the element in the second set. Similarly, this E is not related to any one of the element. Here also, B is not placed in the first position, and we are not getting any element with E. So from this figure also it is clear. So in this way, we can represent a relation in the graphical form. So see, A, C, D. That means from the first set A, we are getting the elements which are related to somewhere with the second set are A, C and D. So the elements of the first place, see, from the relation R, the elements which are placed in the first position will form the domain which are A, C and D. Now you can verify A, C, D. If you verify from the relation A, C and D are the first elements of the ordered pair. Okay, so this is called that is the state of the first elements of the relation are known as the domain. And see the second elements, that is the elements in the second place A, C and B. So this the sets containing the set with the second elements placed in the second elements in the ordered pair of the relation R are known as a range. So these two concepts, domain and range, are very important in our relation. So first set of the first elements of the ordered pair known as domain, and the elements in the second positions of the relation are known as the range. So domain and range. You have to be clear about these two concepts, domain and range. Okay. So in this class, what we have done? First of all, we have done the definition of relation. What is a relation? Next, we have done some examples of relation. Next, the pictorial representation of a relation, and what is a domain and range in a relation. So this is all for today's class. So next class we will do one more important concept. Okay, till then, thank you.